So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He gonna be who he is, and again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my level. You know what I mean? It's like he's not talking about business. You know what I mean? It's just giving his opinion, trying to promote his son. I don't agree with. Floyd told me many years, probably go 25 years ago, that what kind of person he was. But initially, I'm just being honest. I didn't believe him. I had to see it for myself.
Yeah.
And my description of him, he's a horrible person.
Leonard Ellerbe has not only exposed Floyd Mayweather with his recent revelations in an interview, but he has also made matters more complicated by disclosing sensitive details about Floyd's financial affairs. The former CEO of Mayweather Promotions has confirmed Floyd's ongoing debts and bankruptcy, bringing attention to the same financial struggles that trapped him in Dubai a year ago, which appear to have resurfaced.
You live an American dream, man. You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
You're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money, you was just barely making it.
Ellerbe revealed details about Mayweather in a way that led fans to wonder if he had a personal vendetta against the man who fired him from his role as CEO. If you recall, around this time last year, there were reports confirming that Mayweather had been held in Dubai due to financial issues. He was released on the condition that he'd settle his debts within a year. If he failed to do so, he would have to return to Dubai for a review of the situation. During an interview, when asked about Mayweather's current financial status, Ellerbe initially avoided answering. However, the interviewer hinted that his response would help clear up the confusion.
Floyd had posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run, and I'm forever grateful and thankful. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah. That's
Blessed.
I love to hear that shit.
According to Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather failed to settle his debts and had to travel to Dubai to honor his commitments. His trip coincided with a time when Mayweather was at the center of multiple controversies, including false claims about purchasing a $42 million mansion in New York, outstanding debts to various jewelry stores and organizations, and ongoing tax fraud issues. While it may seem like Mayweather managed to escape the situation, Ellerbe clarifies that things are actually much worse for him in Dubai. He owes several jewelry stores and is dealing with significant tax problems. In Dubai, his debt reaches into the hundreds of millions. Once he resolves those challenges there, he'll have to return to face legal action back home.
Which he's done a good job thus far. But then sometimes there's a line that you cross with some of the things and you turn some people off.
To the surprise of many, Leonard Ellerbe revealed that he left Mayweather Promotions because of Floyd Mayweather's financial mismanagement. According to Ellerbe, he felt compelled to leave due to the way Floyd handled the company's finances. It was a tough decision, but I had no choice, Ellerbe said. Floyd has made numerous poor choices, and I've had to deal with the fallout. I couldn't continue like this. It had gone on for far too long.
Yes, yeah. And what is it about him that sort of
he's always been jealous of Floyd. He's always been jealous of Floyd, and if that ain't obvious, I don't know what it is.
Fans quickly took to the comments in response to Ellerbe's claims, with many pointing out how excessively Mayweather spends. Several noted that many athletes go broke after retiring due to extravagant spending and poor investments. Others expressed skepticism about Mayweather's true net worth, suggesting that he inflates his wealth to maintain an image of affluence. One fan commented on his stay in Dubai, stating, "It's not really true that he was trapped. Only his main passport would be flagged. He could leave at any time. It's common for employers in the UAE to hold employees' passports. My guess is he had a dispute with someone from the royal family who has a much broader influence."
Just barely making it.
Today, I ran all the way here.
Why?
Because I can even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack.
Dang.
And then more crack.
Speculating on the reasons behind his stay in Dubai, a third fan suggested there are actually several possible reasons why he's stuck there right now. One is money laundering. Another theory is that he ran out of money at a casino, reached his credit limit, lost it all, and then tried to leave without paying. He reportedly promised to write a check or issue a letter of credit, but that led the casino owner to have police surround his plane, preventing him from leaving until the situation was resolved. Meanwhile, another fan trolled, saying, "Floyd's living a fake life on social media while being broke. From now on, he'll be known as Floyd No Money Mayweather. He squandered his fortune from flashing wealth on social media to paying for women. Now he owes the wrong people in Dubai and is being held captive until the debts are cleared, from superstar to a shadow of his former self."
With the disrespect thing, that's just something I don't get into. Floyd's a legend in the sport. He's accomplished everything in the sport, beat everybody. He's TBE.
The former CEO of Mayweather Promotions stated that Floyd Mayweather had miscalculated the financial gains from his last fight. He also revealed that Mayweather's release from custody was made possible only because the exhibition match served as his last resort to settle his debts.
None of these guys are like Floyd.
However, Leonard Ellerbe revealed that Floyd Mayweather could only make about $20 to $25 million from the fight, a figure that falls far short of the amount he owes in Dubai. This financial shortfall explains why he's pushing so hard to set up an exhibition match with Jake Paul if he fails to repay his debts after all this time, the situation could turn much more difficult for him. Ellerbe's claims often seem perplexing, especially considering that Mayweather never seems to slow down with his extravagant and luxurious lifestyle.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Many fans have criticized Leonard Ellerbe for being a traitor, accusing him of leaking confidential information about Floyd Mayweather ever since he left Mayweather Promotions. What many don't realize, however, is that Mayweather was the one who first betrayed Ellerbe. Before Leonard started exposing Floyd's wrongdoings, it was Mayweather who acted unjustly. Although Ellerbe initially remained silent about Floyd's debts and controversies, he eventually found the courage to speak out. After his departure from Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe began working against Floyd, providing federal agents with crucial information about Mayweather's whereabouts and assets.
Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what I do?
While Rick Glazer also confirmed the claims, Floyd Mayweather's public appearances seemed to suggest that the allegations were either false or that he managed to settle his way out of the situation in May. However, Leonard Ellerbe now asserts that Floyd Mayweather was indeed held in Dubai, and his release was only granted under the condition that all his bank accounts were frozen until his debts were paid. Clearly, Ellerbe's role as the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions gave him insight into these developments, as he was aware of the situation even before Gervonta Davis. According to Ellerbe, while Floyd Mayweather has since returned to the U.S., he is still effectively bound by his financial troubles in Dubai.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
While Leonard Ellerbe didn't provide further details about Floyd Mayweather's detainment, several leaks over the past weeks have given boxing fans hints about the situation. According to the leaks, Ellerbe revealed that Mayweather was advanced a huge sum of money at a casino, but he quickly lost it all gambling. Since there are no legal casinos in Dubai, it's believed to have been a private casino. As a result, Mayweather's private jet was reportedly surrounded by police at the airport, and his money was rendered useless as his account was blocked.
Just out of curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again,
Mayweather's detainment in Dubai allowed him to move freely within the country and live luxuriously, but he was prohibited from leaving the country. To enforce this, Dubai authorities stationed security around his private jet to prevent any escape attempts. It is widely believed that Mayweather owes a significant amount of money, likely in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and he has reportedly been paying over $20 million a month to cover his debts. However, instead of making smarter financial moves, he has continued living a lavish lifestyle, only accumulating more debt. Additionally, Dubai is known for holding Americans who owe money, and the media remained suspiciously silent about Mayweather's situation, with even the White House refraining from commenting on the reports. Meanwhile, his former protege has been exposing his hidden motives, even accusing him of scamming people in Mexico. Ellerbe's evidence of Mayweather's financial instability aligns with rumors from Davis, who also claimed that Mayweather was being held hostage. Leonard Ellerbe, once tight-lipped about Floyd, has now become a key figure in revealing the truth.
I want to talk a little about big news came down yesterday. Leonard Ellerbe no longer in at Mayweather Promotions. Seems like that's happened a couple times over the course of the years back. Because I remember years ago I was thinking Richard Schaefer was going to take over, but now apparently that is happening. Thoughts on Leonard Ellerbe making his way out?
I think Leonard is still in a good position, and I don't think that it was any animosity between.
After leaving Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe ventured into a new field. His entry into the rapidly growing world of women's college basketball has already shown promising returns. Ellerbe attended a press conference in State College, Pennsylvania on Monday to announce the transfer of one of his clients to Big Ten rival Penn State. As McMiller's advisor on NIL, name, image, and likeness deals, Ellerbe has made his mark in the sports industry. For 17 years, he served as the face of Mayweather Promotions, helping to promote all of Mayweather's high-profile pay-per-view fights, including the highly anticipated 2015 showdown, where Mayweather secured a unanimous decision victory over rival Manny Pacquiao at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
And Leonard, I just think that it was just time for him to move on.
Of course, Leonard is very wrapped up in PBC type stuff here with this promotion and everything that they do. Do you think that played any part in him leaving Mayweather Promotions?
I guess it could have played a part. I mean, if you're in between promotions, you're working with one and you're not working with the other.
The Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight generated over $600 million in total revenue, setting a pay-per-view record in the United States with approximately 44 million buys. Leonard Ellerbe, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, found himself at the center of a situation that ultimately led to his departure. Floyd Mayweather made the announcement on Instagram, and Ellerbe's role was taken over by Richard Schaefer, the former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. One fan commented, "It's about time. People defended him for years. Maybe they haven't woken up yet, but I've been talking trash about him for a while. Just because he was Tank's promoter, people loved him blindly."
I mean, yeah, so, but I don't think there was no, like I said, I don't think there was no animosity or anything, because even Floyd always spoke as, you know, he would always say that, you know, when Al Heyman has fights, you know, because he can always get his fighters on Al Heyman's show.
I mean, do you think it was a little difficult for Leonard to be in a tough spot, because obviously very close to Tank here, and then
one fan shared a more unusual opinion, saying, "I'm not sure why, but his facial hair always looked ridiculous to me. I can't explain it, but it didn't look real. For that reason, I always disliked the guy." Another fan commented, "It's crazy how Ellerbe has been with Mayweather Promotions since the beginning. I still remember when he went from being Floyd's head masseuse to CEO. He took that masseuse job so seriously, licking his lips as he massaged Floyd's head in the corner." The final fan had a more critical view of Ellerbe's replacement, stating, "Mayweather Promotions won't move forward without Ellerbe."
Of course, we know Floyd and Tank had their ups and downs, so mostly downs recently. So do you think that was...
Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. That makes it where, you know, he basically, because a lot of times friends want you to pick sides. But, I mean, Leonard's smart enough not to pick sides.
Schaefer has faced significant failure over the past 8 years. If you track his career, you'll see a series of missteps. He failed to secure any television coverage for the World Boxing Super Series, WBSS, from the start, which should have been an easy win. Additionally, his 2 promotional companies suffered major setbacks. The careers of the fighters under his management took a hit, and many viewed it as a mistake or a setback. It's like a baseball player stuck in a strikeout streak. While there had been rumors of the same outcome, the news came as a shock to everyone. Ellerbe had been Floyd Mayweather's close confidant from the beginning of his boxing career, but things seem to have changed as Mayweather Promotions has faced struggles in recent years.
Not to pick sides, and he just kept it business.
It seems like Mayweather Promotions has kind of, over the last few years, not had the place of prominence that it had previously. Do you think that was part of it too, or it seemed like it's kind of more of an afterthought at this point?
Well, I mean, I just think that
it seems that the promotion has lost some of its prominence in recent years, no longer holding the same place it once did. Do you think that played a role, or has it become more of an afterthought at this point? Well, amidst all of this, Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, shed some light on how Ellerbe handled the challenging relationship between Davis and Mayweather. While Mayweather has occasionally criticized Davis since the boxer parted ways with his promotions company, things became so tense that Davis even started rumors about Floyd being stuck in Dubai. The two began publicly bashing each other on social media. In response to the question, Jeff acknowledged that dealing with this situation was extremely difficult for Ellerbe. However, he pointed out that friends often want you to pick a side, but it seems Ellerbe chose to be smart, as Jeff said. Leonard is smart enough not to take sides and just stayed focused on business.
I mean, it got to a point where, I started hearing a lot of young fighters saying that, they're not getting fights, and
could have played a role. I mean, if you're caught in the middle, working with one promotion but not the other, then yeah, that could affect things. But like I said, I don't think there was any real animosity. Jeff clarified that Ellerbe's reluctance to part ways with Heyman was the main reason behind the split between Mayweather and Leonard. Floyd would often mention that when Al Heyman had fights, he could always get his fighters on Heyman's shows. Although Jeff revealed that there was no ill will between the two and they remain on good terms, it will be interesting to see how Mayweather Promotions performs under Richard Schaefer in the boxing world.
Name for that, I have no idea. But, and so basically, if you're not getting work, you gotta do something.
Floyd initially shared his decision on social media. However, after several misinterpretations by both boxing fans and professionals, the undefeated boxing legend decided to go live. He had previously posted an old picture of himself with Richard Schaefer on Instagram, along with a caption that outlined the decision to part ways with Leonard Ellerbe and Mayweather Promotions.
So what do you think about, Richard Schaefer, obviously tight in the sport for many, many years? Do you think that was a good move for Floyd?
I think with
Jeff Mayweather addressed an internal issue that might have contributed to the split between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerbe. He mentioned that many young fighters within Mayweather Promotions have been complaining about a lack of fights, as Leonard Ellerbe seemed to focus more on PBC, neglecting his primary responsibilities. I'm hearing a lot of young fighters say, "They're not getting fights, and I don't know who to blame for that," Jeff Mayweather shared with concern. He further explained that when opportunities aren't available, fighters must seek alternative paths. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, moments, and events in the boxing world, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss new content. Until next time,